Okay, we're doing spiral curls. What number do you have in your procedure book?
F14.
F14. And always, what are your steps?
Sanitize hands, assemble supplies, drape her, her or him.
Okay. What would your proper draping be?
It'd be the Sanix and then the dry cable.
Okay. And then what?
And then,
Scalp and hair analysis. And then?
Shampoo.
Okay.
and then begin at the nape area.
Okay. You need to, if you were doing a wet service on your client beforehand, you need to make sure that the hair is completely dry.
Do you have to wet service, like you have to wash it?
Not necessarily, but if I were doing like for a wedding or something like that, you might have wanted to shampoo it. Or maybe you did a haircut, you would have shampooed them, done the haircut, and then you're going to curl them, okay? But you need to make sure it is completely dry. If there's any moisture still left in the hair, when you put that hot iron on it, it's going to fry. Yeah, you will sizzle, plus it's not going to curl. It's going to create its own steam, and the steam will just take the curl right out.
If you wash their hair, do you have to redrape them with the red one, or is it okay to keep the wet one on?
Yeah, you can just keep the wet one on, okay? All right, so then we're going to pin up the hair. If the hair, obviously this is usually done on longer hair. You can use heat protectant spray to spray on. So you might want to write that down if it's not in your notes already. Okay. I don't want you to use any of the products on the mannequins though, because we're going to be cutting these. When you're doing each other, you can. You want to make sure that it's smooth. And then we want to test the temperature of the iron as always. Put it in. Wrap it around. Hold it there for a couple of seconds. Make sure that it didn't singe. If it would singe, you'd want to unplug it for a little bit, or if you have the dial, you want to turn the dial down a little bit.
What does singe look like?
It would be brown, okay? You want to make sure that you have the rest off, okay? And remember how we hold the iron, 2 fingers above, 2 fingers below, okay? Where am I at on my steps?
Get the nape area, put the hair out of the way, take 2-inch subsection and codes.
Okay, 2-inch subsection. It's very, very important that you comb this smooth. If you have any tangles in the hair, when you put the iron in, you're going to press those into the hair. You will not have a nice, crisp curl. If you want nice, crisp curls, you have to comb it smooth. So we're going to comb it smooth, keeping your comb right here in your hand. Don't lay it down. Keep it in your hand. You're going to put your iron in, and you can turn it either way. If you're going down, hang on to the end. One nice thing with the Marcel, you're going to be turning and clicking. Okay, do you see how I'm feeding this with it? Turning and clicking till you get that end in. And you can pull your hand out and you can slide and rotate. You can't do that with other irons. Turn and click till you get that end in, and again you have your comb. Your comb protects at the scalp. Turn and click till you get it all in, and then you can let it go. And then you get your nice little curl.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay. Again. Spiral curl. Small section. Comb it smooth. Make sure you get all those hairs in. Again, you can do it either way. I like to do this way because I want the hair to go that direction. Okay, do you see I'm holding on to the end, and then I'm just turning and clicking to feed that in. Oh, whoops, went too far. Okay, I didn't get my end curl in there real good. I like to make sure you have a nice tight end curl. It should have a perfect loop on that end. If it doesn't, go back and fix it. There's nothing worse than to have an end that's not smooth. Comb it smooth.
Do you have to subsection?
Yes. The smaller the sections, the more curl I'm going to get. Try not to twist it. You see how whenever I twist it around like this, I have to untwist the end. You hang on to the end till you get it so close, and then just by lifting out, I'm just kind of pushing. You see that? My fingers are pushing it out a little bit and turning. Bless you. Feed it in. Okay. Turning and clicking. And you see how it's coiling it up the rod, feeling it, make sure it's warm? And then it comes right out. into a nice little ringlet curl. Yep, my end didn't get real good. Because especially on your mannequins, until we cut them, you won't have real even ends. So you want to go back through and make sure you have the nice tight. That's what I'm looking for. A nice tight end curl. And I'm also looking that that hair's smooth. It shouldn't look rough if you're combing it enough. Okay.
How Julie said about doing the halo braid, can you do anything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can steal mine. I'm doing it fun.
See, I'm turning this and just turning and clicking. Starting up here and then just working my way down. Just kind of pulling up on it. Turn and click to get that end to where the end is fed in under. And as I come down, I can let this top part go because I started up there. Turn and click until you get a nice curl the whole way down through. Okay, when you're finished, with one section,
Can
you're
I
going
wash
to let
her?
down.
Can I wash her hair to get these out and then start over?
No,
Oh.
do not wash these mannequins. Okay? Wet them down. You have no product on here. You have absolutely no reason to wash them. There's nothing soiled in them.
Will it take the curls out?
Water will, because remember, what bonds did I just break by doing this with heat? Hydrogen. If I want to take these out, what do I have to do? Huh? Just water. Mist it with water. That curl will go away. So you do not need to put anything else on it. Again, we're not putting product. Now be careful when you do your next row, and this is where most people mess up, that you don't get all the hairs. If I leave one little stray hair down here, it's going to be straight and you're going to see it. So again, make sure that you comb it smooth. Keep your comb in your hand. Wind it around. Bless you.
Guys, you're such an innocent sneeze.
Okay, just keep feeding it in till you get that end in. When you do spiral curls, you'll do the entire head.
For like the demo thing?
For the practice?
No, for the practice you won't have to do the whole thing. Okay. Give me a couple rows for your practice. Okay, also, this is a curl that you would do for long hair. Okay? You can't really do it on short hair. It's got to be hair that is at least the length of the comb to be able to do it.
I have a comb iron that's about like this big.
Mm-hmm.
Could I use it on like long hair or would it be too skinny?
That might be too skinny. I want you to do the Marcel to practice this. I mean, you can do a spring grip with it, but I teach you everything on the Marcel because that's harder. It's a lot easier to master this and then go to that. Some of you will never go back to a spring grip after you use the Marcel. I think it's a lot easier using the Marcel. Okay? But that's what you're going to do. So for long hair, we have different options. We can do spiral if you want more of that corkscrew type curl. We can do round curls if you want more body. And we can do end curls just for the ends. And to comb this one out, a lot of times I might just use my fingers and just separate the curls. These are nice curls to do for a braid. If you're doing a braid on someone, you know, pull it up and have it pinned up for a nice updo, you know. So, but sometimes you don't even brush them. You just kind of use your fingers or a pick to separate them a little bit. So it's just depending on the look that you want. Okay, any questions? Okay.